Que pedo mi raza? It's your boy Justin, or whatever you know me as here. In today's video, you already know why we're here. It's the reason you clicked or tapped on this video. The Jake Paul versus Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. prediction. Now, I will be doing a full card prediction. Why? Usually I don't do this for boxing events, but the card is looking pretty damn good. I ain't gonna lie. I looked at the card, bro. They've done such a terrible job at promoting this fight card. Honestly, it's crazy just how bad they've done. So yeah, I'll be doing a full card prediction. Now, if you're new to the channel, don't worry. My predictions for the fights that no one cares about, I do them rapid, I do them quickly, son. So I won't be spending like a minute or 2 minutes or 5 minutes like these other combat sports creators be doing. I do my shit fast and easy. The card is pretty good. So the last thing I gotta say is that if you want to get into boxing, or if you are a boxing fan, honestly, I do think that you should watch the whole card. You know, if you got an off day or something, you know, it's your day off or whatever, you just don't got nothing to do, maybe you're unemployed, you should really check this card out, honestly. You might fall in love with boxing. If you already love boxing, you will love this card, in my opinion. But yeah, let's get right into it. Alright, so for the first 3 predictions, this is a fast one. I got Joshua Edwards, John Ramirez, and Joel Irate over Yusuf Saleto Henderson and Dominic Hardy. Now, I will say, these 2 fights right here, those, don't be surprised if I got the pick wrong. I do not bet on those 2 fights, but on the first one, I'm telling you, Joshua Edwards gonna get it done over Dominic Hardy. Now, next up, as you see right here, we got Alexander Gueche, Victor Morales, and Naomi Valle. Now, I know what you're thinking. So far, I've only ever picked niggas from this side of the thing. Don't worry. I will be switching it up real soon. I'm not doing it on purpose. I literally just realized this right now. But yeah, I was gonna go for Vincent Avina, but I'm not gonna do it. I feel like this dude Alexander Gueche, you know, look at his profile picture. I feel like he knows something, you know what I mean? Now, so far, just by looking at the records, you're probably thinking to yourself, like, oh, you know what, this is pretty decent so far. Bam, Floyd Schofield. Damn, that first big name, a name that most of y'all, if you watch boxing, you probably already know of. But yeah, I got Raul Curiel versus Victor Rodriguez. Why? Because he's Mexican. Now, you would think that because they have the 0-1 in the record, you know, you would probably think that no contest is from a bout between both of them. Not is the first time meeting each other. That no contest is from a different fight. This is the first time meeting each other, but obviously I gotta go with the Mexican over the Uruguayan. Not because I hate Uruguayans, but, you know, I gotta go for my peoples. And also, you know, historically, when the fuck has a Mexican lost against a Uruguayan? Anyways, Avius Griffin versus Julian Rodriguez. I'll be going for Avius Griffin over Julian Rodriguez. I kind of want to go for Julian Rodriguez, but I know that this is a fight that is meant for Griffin to win, and that's the only reason why I'm choosing him. But don't be surprised. Like I'm saying, for a lot of these fights, don't be surprised if the other person wins. Because this one, I'll be honest, I'm not too concerned about my picks because I don't really care about getting many boxing picks right. Or in general, I'm not really too concerned. When I get them right, I'm like, damn, like, let's fucking go. But if I get them wrong, it's like, oh, whatever. And obviously, Floyd Schofield versus Tevin Farmer. This one is the most riskiest, in my opinion, because, I mean, that dude has over 40 fights, you know what I mean? And Floyd Schofield doesn't even have 20. So there's a big difference in terms of the pro fights, you know, the pro fight experience. I will be going for Floyd Schofield because, like I said, you know, it's meant for him to win. You know what I mean? Just like with Avius Griffin, they're meant to win, but also they gave him a hard test on paper at least. Alright, next up we got the motherfucking co-main event. We got Zurdo Gilberto Ramirez versus Junior Dorticos, and we got Holly Holm versus Yolanda Vega. Now for the co-main event, I will, and also the Holly Holm fight, I'll be doing a little bit of yapping, but not too much, alright? So don't leave yet. Anyways, Zurdo Ramirez, he has one loss, as y'all can see. That one is against Bivol, for those of you who don't know. I'll be honest, he didn't get like whooped. It was a close fight with a clear winner, obviously. Bivol got it done. And I don't think anybody beats Zurdo Ramirez here at cruiserweight unless, you know, friggin' Bivol were to move up or Usyk were to somehow decide, you know what, I want to be the king of the cruiserweights again and move back down to cruiserweight. Other than that, honestly, I don't think anybody beats Zurdo Ramirez, just being honest. So obviously I got him over Junior Dorticos. He would be the third Cuban to lose to a Mexican this year. Shit is tough. I'm sorry, Michael Wanos, but another loss. It sucks. My people facing my people again. Anyways, Holly Holm. It's kind of, I'm gonna do a little bit of yapping, but don't worry, it's only gonna be like 3 minutes, maybe 5 max. But yeah, Holly Holm, former 3-weight, yes, 3-division champion in boxing before she went into MMA. Obviously, she's mostly known for her UFC run and also her infamous 2020 pandemic era run. For the last couple of years, it's been absolutely dreadful to watch her in co-main events and main events for fight nights, where all she does is just puts her opponent against the wall and then just knees them the whole fight. She has not been showing her boxing for so many years, which is the only reason why I'm like, I don't know. Like, I really don't know what to expect from this fight. I don't know what to expect from her. This one could either be pretty decent or very, very ass. Now, obviously, you know, you can't just press your opponent and not do nothing the whole fight. But considering she's in her 40s, she's like, what, like 42, 43, something like that. I'm sorry for putting her business out there. Obviously, women don't like that. But it's very important to know because Yolanda is 30. She is 30 flat years old, which I also kind of don't like. But she has been, Yolanda, she has been active since 2023, late 2023. She had a couple of fights last year. She's also had a fight in March this year. So she's been recently active, but I have not found anything on her fight. So I have no idea. I'm going into this one blind. Obviously, I know Holly Holm, but like I said, she has not shown nothing over the last couple of years. And I don't know if she's done a boxing fight before this. I don't know, I was kind of like trying to search it up a little bit, you know, because I don't want to come into these videos completely blind, but it's hard to find, you know, information on Holly Holm for some reason, because box rec fucking sucks right now. Also, by the way, yes, by next week I will be, you know, growing out the mustache finally. You will not be seeing this ugly ass face like this anymore. I will be, you know, coming back with the shit that y'all actually like to see, the little mustache. Anyways, that's besides the point. I will be going Holly Holm because she is a former 3-weight world-class boxer champion. If she doesn't win this, I will be very disappointed. Obviously, I want my compatriot, my compatriota, to win this fight. But it's hard to root for her when her opponent is a former 3-weight world-class champion kickboxer. All right, here we go. The main event of the evening, Jake Paul versus Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. The only reason I am not going against Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. completely in this fight, and I do think he has a chance, is because his father's promises. I am not taking his word for it. Even though they're saying the same thing, I will only be taking his father's word for it. Obviously, you know, his father is the greatest Mexican boxer of all time, and personally, I think he's the GOAT. 90 fights, unbeaten until eventually he lost, you know, his 91st fight, whatever. You know, the biggest legend in Mexican boxing history. I will be taking his word for it. He's been saying that Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. has been training real hard for this. And honestly, you can see it in his physique. Obviously, we would have to wait till the weigh-ins and on fight day, because if he comes in on fight day looking like he did in that Uriah Hall fight, it's going to be tough. By the way, I didn't know that Uriah Hall fight was 11 months ago. I thought it was a lot sooner than that. I thought that it was on the undercard of the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson card. I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, I did do some research for this video, and I was surprised to learn that his last fight was 11 months ago. I thought he fought back in November when Jake fought Mike. Like, what the fuck? But yeah, anyways, let's keep going. So yeah, Jake Paul, he's been sacrificing a lot of his boxing ability, especially very recently, for strictly power and size. You know, obviously we've seen his chin is pretty decent. He can take some big punches. We haven't seen him take any big punches from real boxers because the way that they punch is different. I'm not saying MMA guys don't hit real hard, because obviously they do. But you gotta punch a certain way in MMA, you gotta punch a certain way in boxing. It doesn't translate the same way. So we haven't seen him take a real punch from a big time puncher in boxing. Obviously, it's Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. He doesn't have power, so we will not be seeing that in this. But like I said, Jay has a soft little belly. He has a soft little belly that I do think Chavez Jr. will be going for. He will be unlocking his dad's mind. He will be unlocking something from his dad, and he'll be going right to the body. You know, Mexicans, he will be doing that Mexican style, son. I do think he'll be going. I do think that is definitely their game plan, is to just go for Jake's body. Will it be a good fight? Honestly, I have no idea. I am concerned in that aspect that this fight could potentially be bad, because I don't know how he's gonna go about it. Because if he goes about it like in the center of the ring, he could get hit by a big time uppercut or by Jake's big right hand. I do think that Chavez will go down in this fight. However, I don't know if he's going to go out. That's where I'm like 50-50 on. Because if he doesn't go out, I don't see Jay going the distance. Honestly, he's been a chubby little monkey with a soft little belly. I don't think that he will be able to go the distance in this fight without getting dead ass tired. I think that after 6 rounds, he will be dead ass tired, unless he doesn't throw punches, in which it will be similar to the Tommy Fury fight, in the sense that Julio Cesar Chavez is way more active in his punch throws as well as combinations. I think that he will be throwing a lot more than Jake in this fight. So from what I think, he will be going to the body and he will be throwing a lot of combinations, that Mexican style. I do think that Chavez won't be throwing as much as I'm letting you to believe, because, you know, this isn't a higher weight class. And like I said, there's a lot of question marks around it. How active will he be in this fight? I will say he's always tried in his fights. It's just that in the training, he hasn't tried. This is the first time that we've heard from his father say, like, hey, he's really trying for this fight, you know, in the camp. So many question marks. How is Jake's body going to look, not only in the weigh-ins, but on fight day? Because like I said, he's been looking a little bit soft. He doesn't have the pegs. He doesn't have the definitions that he used to have. You know what I mean? Back in the freaking Tommy Fury fight, he looked real good. And even in the Iron Mike fight, no, not Tyson, the one before that. And that one, he also looked pretty good. But I'll be honest, in the lead up to this fight, from the little that we've seen, he looks real soft. And it's hard to say if Jake will be able to get it done with that physique, because his physique has been looking real bad, honestly. Like for boxing, it's a bad physique. Like, just straight up, if we're looking at physiques for boxing, Chavez, you know, right now at least, his looks way better. Now, all the attributes, you know, all the natural physical attributes go to Jake. Obviously, he has the size advantage. He's got a slight reach advantage. He has the power advantage, definitely, and he has a chin advantage. Now, we don't know how good Cesar Chavez Jr.'s chin is at this weight class. So there's, another question mark. Like I said, there's a lot of question marks around this fight. For my prediction, I will be saying Chavez Jr. No, it's not just because I'm Mexican. It's because of what his father is promising to us. And also, this is the first fight in a while where I see Jake losing. Even though Chavez lost against Anderson Silva, the guy who Jake already beat a couple years ago now. It was like damn near, like damn near 3 years ago now when he beat Anderson Silva. Which, by the way, was the last time I thought Jake was, losing a fight that he ended up winning. So who knows? Maybe I'm a dumbass. Let me know in the comments down below what y'all think. I'm going for Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. because I do see the openings for the body shots. But hey, we're going to have to wait to see how they look on fight day. I think that right on fight day, if you look at their physiques, I think that it will be able to tell a story, as well as we will be seeing finally just how good this current version of Jake Paul is able to do in a fight against an experienced boxer. But there's also a lot of questions as far as the experienced boxer goes. So yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. Why do y'all agree or don't agree? What are your thoughts? And I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye. See y'all later. Peace.